It's Lily. I'm here with my uncle Jay, and he's a professional photographer. And I'm going to ask him some questions. Okay. First question: what inspired you to be a photographer?
Good question, Lily. Well, when I was a teenager, I picked up a camera. I thought this looks like fun, and so I carried on taking pictures when I was a teenager. And then when I left school, I did a different job, and then I still took pictures, and then I got into photography, and that was my first job was photographing TV people. And then it just grew from there, and I really enjoyed it. It was something that I could use my creativity for.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, you kind of already answered this question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What was your first job to do with photography?
Okay, so we had this TV show in New Zealand called Candid Camera. You may have had it in Australia a long time ago, and I photographed the presenter for his publicity photos, the photos that appeared in magazines and in newspapers, and that was my very first paid photography job. I had lots of other little jobs. I used to do little weddings and little portrait shoots and little projects for myself, but that was my very first paid job.
Okay. What camera do you use the most?
I use a Canon most. It's called a Canon 5D Mark III, and it's an SLR camera, and it's got lots of lenses that I can put on it, and lots of bits and pieces that I can put on it to help me with my photographs.
Okay. What is your most used filter?
That's a good question. My most used filter would be it's what's called an ND filter. It's called neutral density, which helps if there's too much light coming into the camera, that helps dim the light before it hits the camera, and then I can use different settings to make the photograph do different things. So neutral density filter.
Okay. Do you have any tips for taking family photos?
Yeah, make it fun. That's a good tip. Make it fun, and work quickly. And what's another one? Yeah, it depends on how old the children are, and if you're working with babies, it's quite good to have a little toy that you can jingle in front of them to get their attention. Or if there's younger kids, then take lots of lollies along for bribes.
Okay. What is your favourite picture?
Oh, my favourite picture. Well, there's a favourite picture of your Auntie Jo that I took at your mummy's wedding, actually. That's my favourite picture of Auntie Jo. And then my favourite picture that I've taken, I think I have lots of favourite pictures, and it's usually the ones that I've taken more recently. These pictures kind of tell different things about when I took them and the people in them, and so quite often, yeah, I have lots of favourite pictures. I don't think there's one in particular that is my favourite, but definitely the one of your Auntie Jo is my favourite of her.
Okay. What is the hardest thing to take a photo of?
Anything moving. So that could be a race car, or it could be a baby running around. depends. It's there's lots of difficult things you can take photographs of, but you can learn how to photograph them well. You just have to study and experiment. If there's something in particular that you really, really, really want to take a photo of, and it's hard, then you ask lots of questions like you're doing now, and experiment with the camera and work out where the light is and the best way to approach it, and then you'll get success.
Okay, thank you. So, do you have any advice for new photographers? Yeah, okay, yeah.
For new photographers, well, yeah. Some good advice is enjoy what you're doing, and always take photos of things that you really like. So if you like taking photographs of flowers, then concentrate on taking great photos of flowers and become the best flower photographer you can be. Or if you like taking photographs of your family, then do that and enjoy working with them and relating to them. And the families are the best people you can take photographs of, because they're really patient most of the time, and they'll let you do that.
Okay. What do you do now as a photographer?
What do I do now? What do I photograph now, or what do I?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you?
I still photograph lots of film and TV people, and we do video work now, which is moving pictures of various things, and I fly a drone which has got a camera on it, and I can take aerial photographs and video of that.
That's
from there.
Cool.
And what else do we do? We do lots of catalogues for linen companies and jewellery companies and all sorts. We have a good variety of work. At the moment, we're photographing the publicity work for Dancing with the Stars in New Zealand, which is a TV program. Yeah.
Okay. Last question. What's the best thing about photography?
There's so many, Lily. There's so many. I get to meet really interesting people and go to really interesting and fun places to photograph them. It's creative, and which I really enjoy. And I can buy lots of cool equipment and gadgets, and that's fun. And there's so much. Because if you do something you really enjoy doing and you love, then it just gives you so much pleasure and enjoyment in life. And
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.